try number 4. Let's see if I can screw off the bitch fest. Hi everyone, CSX68 here. I'm just gonna make this real freaking quick. I've tried 3 other times. I'm leaving the hobby. Part of the discussion in the background, but people don't know how to be quiet. Why am I leaving the hobby? I'll give you my 4 reasons. Prices, everything is too frickin' expensive. Give me a catalog. This GS4 Bachman wants $150 for, and it's not a GS4. I wish it was a GS4. No. This 060 is Vandy Tender, so oil fired. Bachman wants $150 for it, right? I got this at Train Road. Why are you more expensive than the other? Okay, rude. Literally, prices. Prices are just too much. Yes, I do work. Yes, I have bills to pay. I'll just let the train go by this time. I don't care anymore. And by the way, it's a northbound. Sounds like an SD40 leading? Yeah, that's a typical EMD horn for the CSX. No, that's a Jevo. Jevo and a Revo. Anyway, I do have bills to pay. One of them is more pricing because I need my license in order to work, and if I have a suspended license because I don't have insurance, I can't do my job. And funny enough, I have more hours on forklift than on a vehicle. Anyway, this broke my bank, right? My account, I'm trying to save up for my own vehicle. Yes, I'm kind of taking the more expensive option and going after wants versus needs. Yes, I could go and take a POS car or a junker truck, but I want to find a decently used Corvette. I'm sitting on 6. Most of them are toys, but you know, it's kind of called a big ego. But outside of that whole side topic, I don't want to keep this more than maybe 15 minutes. Prices, those are just going away, right? Those are going sky high while people are going sky broke. I don't think any of us in our right mind should be paying any more than $200 for a locomotive. And I personally think that if we want details and road-specific details and whatnot, I think that we should do that on our own dime with detail kits. And I think that model should be on more prominent runs. But you know, no one's going to listen to me. Why? Because I just said I'm leaving the hobby, so my opinion no longer matters. That's another reason why I'm leaving this hobby is most of the people in it. Yes, we are all good folk. Yes, we all share the same interests. In fact, there are different groups within the whole theme of the model railroad hobby, in the train hobby. But how many people do you know? How many people in this hobby that have social media accounts? YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you know. How many of them promote budget railroads? How many of them promote budget engines and budget cars? That I hear almost none, because that's the truth. I can name maybe 3 channels right now. Sam's Trains, Budget Model Railway, and SMT Mainline. They all promote the hobby via budget. SMT promotes the hobby by going and getting lots of engines and cars on eBay and train shows. Sam Trains tries to find higher quality models at deals. He reviews the expensive, the deals, and the junkers. Are the ones that people would just sell after a 5-minute run-in session. And then budget model railways, all they have and all they focus on is modeling on a budget. I don't think there's anyone here in the States that does that kind of thing. We're all kind of big egoed basement empires, and all this for this amount of money is a great deal and whatnot. I'm sorry, but if in England they can find a if in England you can get a locomotive that retails for 400, 450 at train show price on opening day, that's a deal. Variety is another reason why I'm leaving. Alright, if I'm to open up my catalog again and try to flip to the 060s. Get it past the Vanderbilts. There's 16 060s, and they're consistently in run. There's always a run for these. And they're in train sets. That's variety. Now, if I were to open up the same catalog, and let's say, keep it within the same scale. Let's go to the budget GP40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 GP40s. And these are just straight. Alright, there's 15, but how many times do I see Santa Fe, Union Pacific, or CSX? 1, 2, 3 times for Santa Fe. 2 times for Union Pacific. And then the other lines are just one-offs. That's not variety, alright? What I like to call a variety is, let's say, Burlington Northern. Yeah, Burlington Northern, you maybe have 2 or 3 different road numbers. Then you have run A, maybe this is like the first quarter run. So if we start in July, maybe this run came in December, and you have this run B, like BNSF, BN, ATSF, just one group of railroads, and then the next quarter you have another group, and then another group, and then another group. Okay, that's what I call variety. And you keep them all at the same price. And then the big hitters you just keep bringing back. And then you alternate the ones that don't sell as much, or you don't sell the ones that sell as much every quarter. You kind of space out their thing to let the demand go down. Well, to keep the supply with the demand. Then you keep the big hitters, and then the rest you just kind of keep in rotation. I don't see a 1 year, day to day, wait for a -9 or a P42 or a Southern Pacific 462 locomotive as appropriate. I know that some of y'all have some opinions for me, but I don't care. I literally can't handle this hobby anymore. Financially, variety-wise, peer-wise, this hobby is relatively hateful and rude about new ideas. One Facebook group I was a part of, no longer a part of it. I wanted to take, and I was actually drafting the plans for taking an SD40-2 frame and the rest of the car body and slapping a General Electric Dash 8 cab on it. And shortening the decks. And I got shunned for it. Why? Because that just sounds like a B40-8. That sounds like a B40-8W with extra steps. Why would you do that if you could get this? Or some nicer examples. Since everyone wants to be butthurt about the R word, I was called the R word by several individuals. I tried to pull on the counter of the gensets, which are essentially just new locomotives on old car bodies, on old frames. Didn't work, so I scrapped the idea. Why? Because I didn't need that mental burden. We're relatively exclusive to new ideas. Relegating those to fictional people who play Dungeons and Dragons and don't need to be in the hobby. Or just little kids who don't understand a fucking thing about trains, That's a few things. Another thing is, what all did I list in that Facebook post? Cover 2. I don't have the time for it. Okay? This hobby is time consuming. Yes, I'm just in a loop. But overall, as I expand, it gets more and more time consuming. If I want to run a specific engine for 5 minutes, next thing I know, I'm spending 5 hours trying to figure out why it doesn't work. And it turns out it's something as so simple as I just needed to clean the wheel. And the fourth thing was availability. I already hit on it. When your pre-order times are inappropriate, hint, athern. And I don't think, literally, that I don't think I can do any of it much longer. The rest of my engines, the rest of the 6 engines I do wish to get, those are called Ego engines at this point, Ego purchases. They can include a GS4, a big boy, I don't care if it's a 4014 or not, the 844, a GG1, a GP38 to go from being a CEF ES44, a Santa Fe SD40-2. Sorry, let's make that 7, a BNSF B40-8W. That is certainly, those are called Ego engines at this point. I am satisfied with what I got. I don't want to get any more. I'm getting more cars. But that is because I primarily pulled a stupid when I got that 060. I want to lengthen the train, so I'm using the cars against myself by doubling the price and in exchange paying off a debt that I owe to my mother. So technically it's kind of more productive because I get a train car and a Bluetooth speaker, but in the same sense I'm spending more money for the one item. Anyway, that's really it. I hit the 15-minute mark. This channel's shutting down. No more videos, no more streams. If Striker wants to stream, he and I'm going to say this bluntly because I know he'll say this video, he and I are getting to the point of not talking as often. He's cool and whatnot, and I'll say that here on the internet, but there are reasons why I don't want to talk to him. There's reasons why you don't want to talk to me. When we do stream, if you notice how a boss I am, it's because I'm a natural born leader, and he's a natural born farmer or peasant. Not saying it to be rude there, buddy. Personality wise, yes, you can say that you're big, bad, and alpha and whatnot. But you ain't. And not only that, but I also work as a responsible adult, Hinton Striker. Get a job that's not a 5-hour mowing lawns volunteer job. Unless you get a business license and make it your own business. Anyway, I work forklift. I unload trucks, and I load truck sometimes too. So that I just work more. It's just how I was able to get the 060 in the first place. I need a drink. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to sound hateful or anything. I'm sad that this is happening, and I apologize for the language and any kind of attitude problem or rudeness that there may be in this video. This video just needs said. This channel's no longer posting videos. This channel's maybe gonna have 4 or 5 videos, including this one, my most popular video, as well as 2 or 3 highlights of the hobby that I think are worth it on only. I am downsizing equipment, however, I'm not going to announce that until I get that equipment set aside. My music's better. Just be on the lookout for that. The only thing I do know that I'm selling right now is a bay window caboose that is weathered. Not weathered prototypically, but if you are interested, put down in the comments and name your price. I'm not selling for anything under $25. Unless I bought it new for under $25, then I'll sell it to you as new. That's the price I ordered it for, or came home with it for. The caboose was $30, and it's weathered. If you do want details, if you want photos, there is a link in my About Me page that goes to my personal Facebook. Don't use that for anything else. If you want the caboose, just name your price. I do have a PayPal set up, so we'll discuss the price on that caboose. That's the only thing I know for certain I'm selling. Outside of that, this channel for what it was will temporarily bid you farewell. I say temporarily because I don't know what the future may bring. I might stream here in the next 10-15 minutes. Unlikely because I have to get to work. I might stream, I might post another video, who knows? So that's why I'm saying temporarily bid you farewell. In case the link does get changed between upload time and now, when I'm recording this, it'll either be the Orion's group of games or it will be my personal Facebook. You just have to get a hold of me about equipment. There's only one piece going up for sale. There's more in the work. And as far as that, see you guys later. Signing off for the final time. And we'll get a steam engine out.